Welcome back to the tour. Enter your stop number now, or press *0.
Alright, we'll see.
You're now at tour stop 3, the Pole Field. Stand looking at the wayside exhibit entitled Mix Up in the Union Command. You are facing east towards the Lafayette Road and looking at the large monument in the open field ahead and to your right. This is the Georgia State Monument, which is the tallest state monument on the Chickamauga Battlefield. On the first day of the battle, September 19, 1863, this field was the scene of heavy fighting, where Georgians under Confederate General William C. Bate had taken heavy losses attacking Union troops across the open ground. Running to your left and right along the line of monuments behind you is the center of the Union battle line, as it existed on the second day of the battle, September 20th. This sector was commanded by Brigadier General Thomas J. Wood. To your left, where you see the large 105th Ohio Monument, are troops commanded by General John Brennan, and beyond his men is the line of General Joseph Reynolds, roughly near where you just crossed the Lafayette Road. Ahead of you and slightly to the right, you will see a small sign marking the spot where the house of Larkin Poe sat during the battle. Poe was away during the battle, stationed elsewhere with the Confederate Army. Before enlisting, he had farmed this small field, which was owned by his wife's parents, the Brothertons, who lived on the next farm south along the Lafayette Road. Breckinridge's attack on the Union left near the previous tour stop on the morning of September 20th had sent shockwaves down the Federal battle line. Couriers have been dispatched to commanders along the Federal line requesting more troops be sent to help push the Confederates from their advanced positions, threatening the Union rear. One of these couriers arrived at Brannan's headquarters around 10:30. Brannan told him that he had sent all the assistance he could and that he could not send any more unless they came out of the main line. Already under fire from Confederates in front of him, Brannan could offer no more help. Still needing reinforcements, the courier then went to General Reynolds, whose troops were next in line. Reynolds agreed that troops needed to be taken from the main line, but wanted Rosecrans' approval before moving them. Rosecrans' headquarters, 600 yards behind you, was full of activity. The general had been awake for nearly 2 days by the time the courier arrived to voice Brannan and Reynolds' concerns. Without seeing the situation for himself, Rosecrans made a mistake. He believed Brannan had already moved his soldiers out of position, creating a gap in the middle of the line. However, there was no gap. At 10:45, Rosecrans issued a one-sentence order to Thomas J. Wood, whose troops were near where you are now. The general commanding directs that you close up on Reynolds as fast as possible and support him. Because Wood saw that Brannan's men were still in position next to Reynolds, he asked his superior, Alexander McCook, to explain the confusing order. The two decided the order must be followed, and Wood started moving his men to the north. Meaning to plug the imaginary gap in his line, Rosecrans had made a real one. Unknown to the Union commanders, the real threat was not to the north, where Wood was headed. Instead, the real threat was a powerful force of Confederates waiting in the woods beyond where the Georgia Monument now stands. This great Confederate threat will reveal itself at the next tour stop, the Brotherton Cabin, tour stop number 4.
Enter your stop number now.
Alright, moving on down the road here. Getting more monuments than you can count. There's some more of those kind of pyramid-shaped ones. One big one across the road there is supposed to be the largest one in the park. It's from Georgia. Okay, these are all these kind of pyramid-looking ones are for Georgia. There's a good vantage point here. I think I'll take a picture of the Georgia monument. Well, I went to a picnic area thinking there'd be a restroom there, but there wasn't even a porta potty or anything. Oh, I had to come all the way back to the visitor center. Use the restroom. So we'll head down the road here and go to tour stop 4. It hasn't warmed up much. It's about 11:30 now, and it's only 48 degrees. Still got the wind out here. It's not too bad if you're sitting in the sun, but if you're in the shade, you know it's cool. Big Georgia monument. Left. There's a parking area there. I might fly later and try to get a picture of that. Watch out, people, will fall down. Okay, I think this is tour stop 4 coming up here. Big old field over here. Tour stop phone. Let me hook up my phone. We'll figure out what happened here. Junction Main Road here and Brotherton Road.